Assalamualaikum. Today our group will be presenting a transportation layout proposal in high-speed rail. First of all, let me introduce my team members. First, Mozita Morajan, Nur Aisyah binti Anwar, Sharifah Nur Ramadhani, Siti Nur Baby Idani, last but not least, Aifa Azra binti Hamdin. Moving on to the table of content, in this presentation, we will discuss the transportation layout proposal in high-speed rail. Following are several topics that will be discussed in these presentations. First, executive summary, introduction, national perspective, international comparison, economic analysis, recommendations and solutions. Last but not least, conclusions.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Nur Baby Idani. Today I will present a summary of the high-speed rail project in Malaysia, a major initiative to improve transportation on the west coast of Peninsular Malaysia. The purpose of high-speed rail will connect six key cities such as Kuala Lumpur, Seremban, Melaka, Muar, Batu Pahat, and Johor Bahru. The main aim is to provide a faster, safer, and more environmentally friendly alternative to current mode of transport like cars and planes. With the high-speed rail, travel time between Kuala Lumpur and Johor Bahru could be reduced from over 4 hours to just about 90 minutes. This project brings several important benefits or key findings. From an economic perspective, it will attract investment, both local and international, and create thousands of job opportunities during and after construction. It's also expected to boost tourism, especially in historical cities like Melaka and business hubs like Johor Bahru. From a social point of view, the high-speed rail helps to improve accessibility for smaller towns like Muar and Batu Pahat. This can support local development and make it easier for people in this area to access job, education, and healthcare in larger city. The lastly is environmental. The high-speed rail is a greener option. It encourages more people to use public transport, which helps to reduce highway congestion and lower carbon emission. This supports Malaysia's efforts to protect the environment and combat climate change. However, the project also faces some challenges. The most serious is the high construction cost, which require a large amount of government funding. There are also land acquisition issues, where landowners may object or cause delays. Lastly, environmental concerns must be addressed during construction to avoid harming natural ecosystem and nearby communities.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Aifa Azra binti Hamdin, and I would like to propose the implementation of high-speed rail or HSR as a new transportation layout in Malaysia. High-speed rail is a modern train system that travels at very high speeds, usually above 250 kilometers per hour. This system has already been successfully developed in countries like Japan, China, and France, where it helps reduce travel time and improves the quality of public transport. We chose this layout because Malaysia is currently facing serious transport challenge, especially for long-distance travel between cities. Traffic congestion, flight delays, and over-reliance on private cars make it difficult and time-consuming to travel across the country. With high-speed rail, people will be able to move quickly, safely, and comfortably between major cities such as Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and Johor Bahru. It also has the potential to connect to Singapore in the future. HSR not only improves travel speed but also supports sustainable transportation. It produces lower carbon emissions compared to cars and flights, making it a more eco-friendly choice. This fits well with the National Transport Policy 2019 to 2030, which aims to promote efficient, reliable, and green public transport. In short, high-speed rail is a smart, long-term solution to meet Malaysia's future transport needs. Let's look at the national perspective of transportation in Malaysia. At present, Malaysia has several public transport options like ETS, KTM, MRT, and buses. However, these systems are still slow, overcrowded, and not well connected, especially when it comes to long-distance travel. Many people still depend on private cars to travel between states, which leads to traffic congestion, higher fuel usage, and environmental pollution. By introducing high-speed rail, we can provide a faster and more efficient alternative. HSR will reduce travel time significantly while offering more comfort and convenience. For example, the journey from Kuala Lumpur to Penang can be reduced from 4 hours to less than 2 hours. This will encourage more people to use public transport instead of driving. Economically, HSR can create job opportunities, support the growth of smaller towns along the road, and reduce maintenance costs on highways. It also helps the country reduce carbon emissions by lowering the number of vehicles on the road. More importantly, the project supports Malaysia's long-term plan to develop a modern, sustainable, and low-carbon transport systems. Therefore, high-speed rail is not only suitable for our current needs but also fits the country's future vision for transportation.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sharifa. Now I will talk about the international comparison. First one, we have Japan. It's called Shinkansen. Shinkansen was introduced in 1964. It connects Tokyo, Osaka, and Fukuoka. From the economy development, it boosted regional development and productivity. And it's also built with dedicated lines, strong transit integration, and long-term planning. The challenge that they face are high costs and political resistance, like Maglev project. The second one we have in China. It's called High Speed Rail or HSR. It's the largest HSR network. It includes 40,000 kilometers. It enhances innovation, mobility, and reduces regional gaps. And it's driven by national investment, and it also have affordable fares and hub connection. The challenges are its costly maintenance and financial risk in low-demand areas and also land issues. Now, let's see the implication for Malaysia. Firstly, Malaysia have to prioritize high-demand roads such as KL to Penang or Johor Bahru. Secondly, it has to ensure seamless integration with local transport. Last but not least, it have to apply lessons to avoid overspending and weak planning.
So now I'm will be presenting my part in economic analysis. Moving on to economic analysis, the development of high-speed rail in Malaysia is a major investment in the country infrastructure. In fact, it has the potential to transform travel, reduce pollution, and boost the economy. This can be explained through four main areas: economic impact, cost-benefit analysis, sustainability, and demand focus. In economic impacts of decision making, firstly, high-speed rail will improve travel efficiency and connectivity between major cities. Moreover, it helps increase labor mobility, which supports business growth, productivity, innovation, and tourism. In addition, it will create many job opportunities both during construction and when the trains are running. Lastly, it can support regional development by helping smaller towns grow, which leads to decentralizations. Next, cost-benefit analysis. Of course, building a high-speed rail system involves a high upfront cost. However, it is expected to bring strong long-term benefits. For example, it can earn money through ticket sales while reducing road maintenance costs and fuel subsidy. Besides that, its offer indirect benefits such as increasing property values, encouraging satellite town development, and boosting productivity. Sustainability considerations. In terms of sustainability, high-speed rail offers a low-carbon option compared to cars and planes. Furthermore, it supports green technology through the use of renewable energy and eco-friendly station design. It also improves access to education, healthcare, and jobs in rural areas. Not only that, but it helps to balance development between urban and rural areas, reducing strain on big cities. Importantly, the project supports environmental, social, and governance goals, this attracting sustainable investment and public supports. Last but not least, in demand forecast, the project is expected to be successful due to urbanization, rising incomes, and more eco-conscious lifestyle. As a result, experts predict a 5 to 8% increase in ridership each year. Additionally, the train system will work well with other types of public transports, making it more accessible and attractive. Overall, even in conservative forecasts, demand for high-speed rail remains strong. In conclusion, the high-speed rail project may require a large investment, but it promises to bring huge benefits economically, socially, and environmentally. With proper planning, this project should shape a better and more connected future for Malaysia.
Hi, I'm Rosetta Marijan, and today I will present my part, which is key recommendation and solution. The first recommendation and solution is private lead model with public oversight. This is to ensure efficient delivery while protecting public interest. Secondly, transit-oriented development (TOD) that build mixed-use zones around stations to reduce car use and boost local economies. Thirdly, environmental and sustainability that use renewable energy, avoid sensitive ecosystem, and apply green construction method. Next, inclusive rail structure that afford pricing for students, seniors, and low-income passengers. Moreover, last-mile connectivity that link high-speed rail with buses, local trains, and walkable infrastructure. Moreover, smart technology integration that use smart ticketing, real-time info, and digital twin models for better service. Next, national impact that boosts economy, reduce emission, improve access, and support sustainable urban growth. Lastly, the recommendation and solutions for high-speed rail in Malaysia is local industry and workforce development. This is to involve Malaysia firms and train local talent in rail technologies.
In conclusion, the high-speed rail project is a smart step forward for Malaysia. It will make travel between major cities like Kuala Lumpur, Melaka, and Johor Bahru faster, safer, and more convenient. It can reduce traffic and pollution while boosting the economy through job, tourism, and business opportunities. Although the cost is high, the long-term benefit make it a valuable investment. By learning from countries like Japan and China, Malaysia can build an efficient and eco-friendly system. With proper planning and public support, the high-speed rail can create a greener and more connected future for the country.